everything like I'm saying. I want y'all to hear me clearly, right? Make sure this ain't the jump. Is that the jump? I don't think it is. Yeah, this is a good live. I'm about to talk about some shit real quick. That's not it. All right. So what I want to talk about today is, first off, I want to say, you know, where we're going towards, right? And what it's going to look like going forward and stuff. You know, you're hearing a lot of people say it, right? You know, as far as like discernment, right? Discernment in what's worth it and what's not, right? How to go about situations, what to avoid, when it's time to attack, when it's time to let something slide, regardless of what anybody else on the outside thinks or anything like that, right? You know, you really got to understand this. So what I mean by this is, before I go in and talk about certain stuff, what I mean by this is like this. Say like, because the grid is gonna crash, right? So when the grid crashes, say it's like you come across some food, right? You looking for some food. Whole time you might have some food for real. You feel me? Like in an artery somewhere, you might have some food in an artery somewhere, and you come across some food because you need to get some more, but it's not really a big deal. But you just try and get a little bit of extra or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Of what you need. Now you might come in within that situation. You possibly could come across somebody, right? Whereas they might come in contact with you off of the food that you see, that you peep, or that you getting or whatever, right? And it might be an altercation because they might want all of it, right? And you there trying to get some food too, right? Now, what I mean about discernment and picking your battles and stuff, you know, you might have heard this within this lifetime, how we are now, how we're living now, before the grid crashes, right? But it's so detrimental because it's going to mean that much more so going forward once this shit isn't here. It could be like life or death, right? You know, ain't going to be no hospitals, none of that, right? So I already think like this now, and y'all going to see why and shit, you know? But, you know, whole time, like, I remember I told you I got some food in the artery, right? I got some food in the artery. This person don't know that. They might be like, you know what? This ain't really worth it. You know what I mean? Regardless of whatever they think, this ain't really worth that type of situation. So maybe I don't need to maybe I don't need to get into your altercation off of this. You know, you got that food. I got some more. You know, I'm not gonna starve. It's not worth me getting into it with you. And regardless of how strong I am, whatever weapons I got, how nice I am, whatever, casualties are casualties, right? And you might be like, damn, it's not worth me getting a casualty, even if I win the fight, or if I lose the fight, off of some food that I can come back and get another time, and I already got food. Now, if that would have been my last, and I needed it, and if I didn't have no food nuttery, oh yeah, we gonna go at it about that shit, and it's gonna be what it is. You feel me? Even more so if I was there first. Yeah, I'm gonna need that. You gonna have to, yeah. You feel me? It's gonna be whatever the fuck it is. You feel me? But this is what I'm talking about, discernment, though, right? So I wanted to explain it to y'all briefly. So y'all know I speak for my species, but you know I'm on a whole different standpoint as far as energy, as far as protecting it and everything like that. So yesterday, it was a situation that tried to test me of somebody of my same genetic makeup. Now this person, I've seen this person around other times. I spoke with them other times, and their energy is always off. I know that they're dealing with some mental problems. I didn't know what the reason was. I found out yesterday it was about the man's daughter, and he's going through a similar situation just like me, alienated from his child. Now, if it's anybody that's going to have give a nigga leeway with some shit like that, of course, you know that's going to be me until I can't no more off of how long I've been separated from my child and what it's done to me inside and out. I'm going to be real with y'all, right? So the situation occurred where, y'all know my situation, I'm struggling financially, you know, they have like a little food truck for like homeless people and shit like that. Now, again, this dude that I'm talking about, whenever he sees me, he always acts like he knows me. You feel me? Like he always is like, you know so-and-so. And every single time I tell him the same thing. It's to your point where I used to get mad at it, and I was about to snap on him, but I could tell back then it was something mental, right? And I just left it alone. Hold up real quick, y'all. Let me get on this bus real quick. You know what I'm saying? How you doing today, God? So, hold up real quick. This is I really gotta get this out to y'all. So let me tell y'all again. So yeah, the situation, y'all. The situation was. Remember, I said discernment with everything. You know, you gotta know how to pick your battles. What's worth it, what's not, right? So, and the reason why I explained what I explained to y'all prior, because y'all gonna peak in similarity of this, right? Even though I'm going through the situation I'm going through, you know what I mean? I'll be racking up on my Lord fruit or whatever. You feel me? I'll be racking up on my Lord fruit or whatever. So long story short, even though I really don't even go to the food truck, I really don't eat, especially right now, y'all. Mainly they messing with the live and shit. Especially right now, I mainly just eat the sun, right? So like that to start with. So basically, like I didn't even have to get there, and whatever they was gonna give, I don't even eat meat, right? They had filet sandwiches, right? I threw all of those 4 Chick-fil-A sandwiches away, like I just get the fruit and the water, you know what I'm saying? And like the bread, if it's even the right bread, you know, for like peanut butter and jelly sandwich, I got peanut butter and jelly, you know what I mean? Shit like that. But so yeah, so I'm there in the fruit truck before the situation even occurred, and I thought at the last moment. So I was kind of like rushing there because I wasn't even going to go. But I said, you know, let me see what type of fruit they have. They got apples. Hopefully, you know, I get 4 Jones, get me four apples real quick, right? So I'm there. As soon as I'm there, you know, it's just one dude that's like, he looks like he's like Iranian or something. I'm gonna be honest, you know, but when I was there, we kind of got to align at the same time, and you know what I mean? He has a good spirit, good energy and stuff. Whenever he would see me, he would always be like, you know, you can go first. And I see him, I'm like, oh, you can go first, you know? And so I was like, you know, you can go first. As I did that, I looked to my side, and I seen across the street, I seen this dude, right? The dude I'm talking about. Now again, let me tell y'all, there's levels of mental health, right? And I really got a good heart, so I'm gonna spare somebody until I can't spare them no more, right? I don't have a ego, you know what I mean? I have a righteous ego, so I don't have an ego where it's like somebody does something to me that I normally would handle in a different manner, but just because it could be something that's of embarrassing, or even say if the female's acting a certain way, that's gonna make me react. I'm not that type of person. I don't give a fuck what anybody on the outside thinks about how I go about stuff. You get what I'm saying? My discernment and my intuition, I just move in a certain manner, right? So he comes across the street, and he kind of like catches me on the blind side, and then he walks up to me, and he's like, not like in my face or nothing, but still like overly aggressive though, like for nothing, over, you know. So he comes up to me, he's like, let me remind y'all, I'm in the end of the line. You know, it's a big line of people. I just got there, you know. I'm not in a rush. The weather's nice, my energy, my vibration is right. You feel me? I don't know. Maybe if I would have been more in the front, I know I definitely would have said something more. I'd have been like, no, probably, or like if the line was way longer. You know what I'm saying? I was in the end of the line, but the line wasn't long enough. You feel me? So it's a lot of factors that play the stuff in it. Like, you know, I had food. I know that you got mental issues. Of course, if I went there multiple times, or if he tried to do that again and say like, you know, can I cut in like that? I'm probably gonna be like, no. You feel me? But there was a lot of stuff that played factors in it for why I didn't make it a situation. You know, but one of the main reasons why I didn't make it a situation is because of this, y'all. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. And this is what real men understand too. Like, I'm just being real. This ain't no tough guy shit. You know, I don't even want to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? Real. Like, I'm a thinker, and I got a stinger, and I know how to use it if needed, right? But I'm gonna be real. Like, we're grown men now, right? If well, let me tell y'all what happened first. So he comes up to me, and he's like, I don't even remember what he said, really, because I was just so like flabbergasted with, like, I could tell he was trying to scare me, right? And he's tried it multiple times with other stuff, but I know he got mental issues and he just never jump out there. And that's the day he don't. I'm gonna be honest with you, because the worst thing you can do in life is take somebody for being quiet, or they're not being reactive, as if like they won't respond if necessary. Or again, let me say, get in front of you, right? Like someone on the terms of that, like not, I don't think it was that verbatim, but it was like something on the terms of that, like I'm gonna need to get in the front of the line or something like that. And then I looked at him and I'm just like, I went like this. I gave him a goosebump. I'm like, have at it, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, how you feeling today? I'm like, them brakes tight. You feel me? Like, I'm like, bro, like I'm not about to start an altercation with you about a food truck for homeless people. I don't even come to this shit. I don't even eat like that to start with. This ain't you know what I'm saying? Like, you trying to make a situation or trying to make me feel like punked in public. I don't even move off of my emotions and stuff or what anybody deems the situation as of. You feel me? It's how I think about it. You feel me? So, like, it just shows you, I can tell people really don't know what they be dealing with me, right? Like, so, but again, let me tell y'all, and it's 12 of the times I'm saying, like, I don't got no time to be fighting. You feel me? And the reason why I don't got no time to be fighting is because I'm not trying to harm nobody. Right? I'm not coming after nobody. But let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. Like, let's say, like, if I would have went like that and he still would have made it a situation, he probably would have lost his life that yesterday. Like, for real. I don't got no time to be fighting with someone. If you go out of your situation to try to start a situation with me, and I'm not coming at you in that manner, and I'm trying to walk away and you just won't stop, I'm either gonna clap you, right? I'm gonna empty on you, or I'm gonna poke your ass up. You feel me? With a rusty Jones too. You feel me? Like, real shit. Like, I'm not even playing. Like, I'm gonna kill you. Like, for real. I don't got no time to be fighting over no dumb shit. Or, you know, I got a child, right? So I don't got no, like, situation that's not real seriousness. I can have an ego to let it go if it's not that serious. You know what I'm saying? But this is something that we must have. People must have in general. You're right. Men must have in general. You know, discernment, intuition, have insight. Know what's a situation. Know what's not a situation. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times in the hood, we make situations out of petty stuff that lead to people losing their lives, and it was over nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I seen situations over nothing. You know, that people lose their lives, or situations like that. And then say if I would have responded and started arguing with him, next thing you know, somebody gets shot. You feel me? But it's like, over what? Over waiting for a truck in a homeless food truck. You know what I'm saying? Like, my discernment, but it just lets me know what type of time that people were on, right? Like I said, I already sensed his energy. It was one time that I want his bus that I'm on right now, and he asked to use my phone, and he seen me on my phone, and I was just like, nah. I was like, my phone's not on, and I said it like in a way like he knew I was lying to him. Like, I wanted him to know, like, nah, my phone's not on. Like, I don't got it for you to use. Right when he seen me on my phone, you feel me? Because I read his energy. And like I told you, I think beforehand, I said to myself, if I get this man my phone, and because of his mental health issues or something, he chooses to not give me my phone back, I'm gonna kill him. You feel me? I'm gonna kill him. You know what I mean? So, and like I said, my situations, I know situations that's not of that. Like, damn, why would you do that over a phone? At that moment, it wouldn't be over the phone. It would be over him trying to take something that's mine. And you don't need to take something that's mine. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still dealing with my pride too. So that was a lot for me not to max out on him. But I've already been practicing this way of thinking because I know where we're going. And I know that I have a temper that's worse than like a lot of people. I really got anger problems. So like, I've been working on my temper my whole life for me to even be able to tell y'all some shit like this right now and it be valid, right? Anybody that knows me, they'll tell y'all. You feel me? But I know the situation he was trying to create. I mean, it was his mental health, but he was trying to impress the little white girls. They was like some girls like that was like fresh out of high school, early college or something. You know, when he said that, and I was like, name. And he said again, Southside. I was like, nah, I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, right when he did that, it was one of the white girls. Like, I can tell that she got turned on. And see, even my little brother, this is something even my little brother probably would have shot his ass about. Because my little brother is like, he'd have been like, probably been like, I want to spaz on that nigga because that bitch trying to make it seem like he's tough. Like that bitch getting turned on, like as if like he punking somebody or something. And it would have been a pride thing. But see, I don't have pride like that. I don't have nothing to prove to that white girl. She was getting turned off, or she thought even if he did punk me. I know he didn't punk me. You know what I'm saying? I know I had multiple situations with this man, and every time he tries to start a situation or something, you know what I mean? It just leaves it where it's at. Like it's never nothing. You know what I'm saying? There's been times he spoke to me and I just ignore his ass. You feel me? There's been times where I've been on the phone and I've been irritated, irking about something, and he tries to create a situation off of me being mad, but then he don't say nothing crazy because he knows I'm at that point that I'm probably not thinking straight, and he understands that I got mental issues too, and I might really snap on him and not have patience, right? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas be crazy, but niggas really don't be crazy. You feel me? Because like for example, in a situation like that, like I know he was trying to create a situation. If he wanted to create a situation, it was me and him right there, regardless of me not making it a situation over a homeless food truck. You feel me? He could have still made a situation, and he could have got that. You feel me? If he wanted to. You know what I mean? So this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Like you really got to understand situations and stuff when it's like a situation really to wild out. Like even like with you and stuff. I'm telling y'all no lies. Like and let me tell you how prepared I am. Like right when I said that to him, and he got in line or whatever, and he said like again like you know so and so yeah and I'm like nah, I don't know who the fuck you talking about. I was like, I don't know who that is, yo. And I said that to him. I was waiting for him because how he was saying it like as if like whoever those people are, I guess he had some issues with them or a situation. I could tell by the body language of whoever he was saying or whatever, right? But like I said, if he was that crazy and he wanted to create a situation, he could have still went on with that narrative, like, you know, you are so-and-so, and then went about whatever how he wanted to, and he would have got that. You feel me? So this is why I'm trying to tell y'all, like, discernment is everything. Everything doesn't need a reaction. Everything doesn't need for you to try to act like you're the tough guy and stuff. And everything's not needed like that. You feel me? And this is good for everybody to know, because I know I'm not the only person with anger problems in the world. But anybody with anger problems, I swear they'll probably tell y'all the same shit I'm telling y'all, that they learned off with their anger, like situations that they would get mad about and situations that's just not working. You feel me? And a lot of stuff in life is like that. You know what I'm saying? I started learning that as I started getting older. Not even just with situations of like aggression or fighting or anything, but just anything to get mad at. The same purpose of thinking can be towards something that's stressing you out. You know what I'm saying? It can have you make a bad choice for yourself. You know, whatever that would be. But if you don't think about it like that, and you don't have an ego about it, it might not bother you that much. It might be a materialistic item. You know what I mean? It could be anything. But what I'm saying though is, and it was so sad because, like when I asked him what's his name. I forgot what he said his name was, but I asked him what his name was when we was in line right after the situation. I asked him what his name was. He said something. He let me know like with his daughter or whatever, what was going on, and you know, I was just listening to him briefly, but then we were so close in the line wasn't that long. You know what I mean? So I guess his time came to get the food or whatever. And he said something in like a weird way, like extra that wasn't needed towards like the woman. Not disrespectful though, not disrespectful or anything, or even all that energy that he gave me. You feel me? Trying to create a situation. And that let me know he's fully there too, you know? But I just don't got time for whatever level of mental disorder of him playing games like that to make me crash out with all the stuff I got going for myself right now, you know? Like I calculate stuff real fast. So literally, he's talking to the women, y'all. He's talking to your women, and And I asked like over him, like I asked him like what he had. He had the women, the one white girl on the very left, she was getting like turned on or whatever, but she was getting like aroused and shit. But the Asian girl and the other white girl, they were nervous. You know what I'm saying? And this shows you difference in women because they saw the way I handled the situation, and they knew that it was no fear with me or anything like that. It just wasn't a situation that needed to be, unless he really took it further over. Like that was some really minor petty shit. But when I asked them what did they have available, literally they was getting the food fast to hurry up and getting out of there. And then when I came up to them and I asked them again, they told me what they had. I literally said to them, you know, that man is fighting for his child, just like me. I'm fighting for his, but he had a girl though. He had a daughter, and I'm like, I'm fighting for my son. You feel me? And I've been alienated from my child. And I'm like, it's a big problem with men, but even worse narrative for neuromelanated men, organic men. You know, with this judicial system, one of many things in which they impose on us. That's very harmful to us. It can cause mental problems and all of that. You know, worse pain being separated from your child. So. I just hope that man got from this situation. That the angels was with him. I'm gonna just say it like that, you know. And like I said, maybe I even would have handled the situation different if I didn't already know him. And you know what I mean? I don't know him, but I know him off of this situation. You know what I'm saying? I know the issues he has. I know how he be spazzing out. You feel me? You know, like he stayed thinking some stuff that's not what it is or whatever. So it's like I'm happy that I was able to have patience with that situation, because like I said, like if hands would have been like I wouldn't even have reached to throw a fist at all. You feel me? Like I said, I would have just clapped him or I would have stabbed him up and just left him there. You know? Because I don't got time to be fighting with nobody. I just don't. You know? So me knowing that, I'm going to avoid a situation to the best degree that I can. You know, even in self-defense mode, maybe even depending on the situation, allowing a person to attack me first. So when I go all the way out, and when that ambulance comes and shit, and when that court date comes, I know that I'm not about to get jail in life for some shit that, you know what I'm saying, that I went about in a good manner that wasn't supposed to be crazy or whatever. You feel me? So this is like steps to like maturing and really knowing how stuff goes and what to give you energy and shit like that. How important it is. So I appreciate it, God. You know, everything don't need a reaction. Like everything don't need that type of shit. Now I'm not gonna lie. Like, you know, somebody else or like younger me, I would have said, I don't give a fuck about me knowing anything about you or anything. I would have been like, you know, I don't give a fuck about the line short. You know, I don't give a fuck about, you know, all the times you seen me here, which hasn't been that long, but you never tried to get in front of me in line, or that you said it aggressive. Like I wouldn't have cared about anything. And I would have reacted first. You feel me? And I would have reacted first. Like I would have. I'm gonna tell y'all exactly what I did, what I would have done. Cause it's no like I just tell you exactly what I have done. I would have been like, I'd have been like, what? I either would have just stabbed him right there, and just whipped out and just started stabbing the fuck out of him, all in his neck and his head or some shit, or like I would have played like stupid, like it would have been the same thing. I would have played calm, and then right when he turned his back, I would have stabbed him all in his back. You feel me? And just took his life like that, or in his neck from the back. You know, one of the main things that I know from the streets, a lot of people don't know, right? And this is how I know that I'm gonna tell you the main reason how I knew he wasn't all the way there. Anybody that know the streets, they know. You get to choose what you do to somebody, right? But you don't get to choose how they respond. You feel me? I'm from Baltimore, I know that quick, right? So you don't say something disrespectful to someone out of nowhere, right? Or try to get aggressive with them to get in the line at a homeless truck, even something that simple, right? And then turn your back on them. That's very dangerous, you know? And the way he did it, I know he wasn't even thinking about it. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, Like, bro, like, you don't even understand. Like, you don't even know me like that. You know I got all this stuff going good. I'm about to drop this EP. You know, I got this stuff with my son going good. You know, I'm getting my mental right, my planet coming in. You feel me? It's a lot of good shit coming for me right now and stuff like. But I'm just like, man. Now again, like I said, even having leeway with people that has lanes. Like, say if I was to go to that food truck today, and I don't know if I would or I wouldn't, but say if I was to go there today, or any time going forward, and he tried to do that again, I'm gonna be like, nah. And then whatever he do on that, that's what he choose, and I'm gonna respond. You know, like I said, I'm not an asshole. I give people leeways. You know what I'm saying? But I don't let people take advantage of me. You know, like I said, he see me there mad times. He's never said nothing like that to me, as far as line wise goes. But you know, he just ask for something or see if he can get something from me. I'd be like, nah. He just get mad, and I'll be like, you know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. But like I said, I try to help people. I try to be a good person. I don't bother people, you know. But it's the energy that I'm putting out, because I don't want to hurt my brother. I don't want to hurt nobody, but I will if I need to. You feel me? And that's real. So I'm gonna leave y'all with that, man. Peace, power, abundance to everybody off the rising. Y'all know they spraying these skies off the early and shit. They going crazy. Hold up real quick, y'all. They going crazy off the early. They going crazy off the early. I'm gonna hop in with y'all though. This is a Rude Points of RoBs Inferno while it burns slow. Shout out to my guys and goddesses, know how vibrational human beings. You already know what the fuck it is, man. Tap in, tap in.